Yesterday, our office charged Dennis Dill of Belleville, Illinois, with 14 counts of felony invasion of privacy and 1 count misdemeanor invasion of privacy. All of these counts occurred in November of 2025. Defendant was observed entering the women's restroom at the Olin Library on the Washington University campus. He then spent approximately 5 hours in the restroom, where he secretly took photos of women in the stalls in various partial stages of nudity. A search of defendant's phone pursuant to a search warrant revealed these images. We have discovered that Mr. Dill has a prior similar offense in St. Clair County, for which he is currently on probation. We've been in touch with the St. Clair County State's Attorney's Office and informed them of these new charges. Obviously, we live in a region with many universities and colleges. This is a call out to any students or faculty that believe they may have been a victim of Mr. Dill. If so, we ask them to contact their campus police. I'd like to also use this opportunity to give a shout out to Washington University Campus Police. They did an excellent job in their investigation of this case. Mr. Dill is currently being held on $100,000 cash only bond. I have assigned this case to John Paul Frisella, who is part of our Special Victims Unit, who is also here to answer any questions. We have been in contact with Washington University, and they have informed us that if anybody has any questions for them, they can be reached, their communications at 314-935-5230. Anybody have any questions?
Can you talk about who observed this man going into the ladies' restroom?
It was caught on surveillance.
Address just the creepy fact that you've got to be aware of your surroundings, even if you're in a private stall, for crying out loud. So I'm assuming maybe hand went under or over, but address that for me, that you're in a private space and you still have to pay attention to what somebody may be doing on the outside.
Yeah, first of all, it's very scary when you're in a space that you expect to have complete privacy for something like this to happen. We can't give many details of the case, but John Paul, would you like to address any of that?
The defendant utilized a bag that had a mesh outer pocket that he inserted the phone into, and as he sat in a stall, he had the bag next to, I guess would be his right foot, and it was angled up into the next stall, the neighboring stall.
You'd be sitting in a stall and you see probably bags all the time because somebody has a bag in there, but you still have to be aware of it.
Yes.
How did you first become aware that he was there?
There was an employee of the food service area that noticed the bag and noticed that someone had been in the restroom for a very long time. And then eventually they confronted him and contacted the Washington University police.
Is there any evidence at this time that what was done with these photos? Do we know if
We have no evidence that they were distributed or disseminated out into the public. As far as we know, they were only kept on his phone.
Can you address the time gap between the incident and the charges being filed?
Yes. Do you want?
Sure. All of these incidents occurred in November of 2025. Like I said, the Washington University Police Department did the investigation and did an excellent job. One of the challenges they had was right after they received the initial information, all of the students left for holiday break. So thus there was a delay in their investigation and meeting with these students.
How concerning is it that it seems in this case we have a repeat offender, this person showing a pattern of doing this?
It's very concerning. He, like I said earlier, he is on probation for a very similar offense in St. Clair County. To me, it shows that he's escalating his behavior, that he is not concerned at all that he's currently on probation, which gives us even more concern that he just continues doing what he was doing.
Do you know why the Washington University Library doesn't have any connection? I know he's not employed, but...
Mr. Dill is not affiliated with Washington University in any way.
There's one misdemeanor and 14 felonies. What's the misdemeanor?
One misdemeanor and 14 felonies. The 14 felonies are, the reason they're felonies is because they all occurred on the same day, and the language that is in that statute is during the same course of conduct. It was all during a 5-hour period. The other count is a different date, also in November of 2025, but that was a single incident, which makes it a misdemeanor.
Also, it sounds like you are in fear that there are more victims. If you could just reiterate that, and what should they do if somebody thinks they saw something similar?
Sure. Obviously, we hope there are not more victims, but if there's anybody, students, faculty, anybody at Washington University or any school who thinks they could possibly be a victim of Mr. Dill, we encourage them to contact their campus police departments.
Can you talk about the timeline of when PD started to contact officials outside of the university?
I don't know the answer of I do not know the answer of when they first initiated the investigation, but I do know that all of the 14 felonies occurred on that 19 November date. And it was confirmed when they executed the search warrant for Mr. Dill's phone and retrieved the images from his phone.
Unfortunately, this isn't the first time we've heard of instances like this. Is there a way for people to try and protect themselves in these very sensitive situations?
It obviously is a lesson to all of us. I have never thought that my privacy would be invaded when I'm in a bathroom stall, but this incident will definitely make me look around. So we just all have to be a lot more diligent. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in. Thank you, guys.